What's up and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be giving a review for the film Boo 2 of Madea Halloween. Now this is a sequel to the original Boo of Madea Halloween, which is produced, written and directed by Tyler Perry, and also stars Tyler Perry too as well. So of course, this is it's treading like the same waters as the first one. It's kind of similar to the first one. You have much of the returning cast from the original one. Most of them return to this one, for the sequel. Now the film opens with Tiffany Simmons, who is played by Diamond White again. She's the daughter of Brian Simmons, who is played by Tyler Perry, just like in the original one. Now it opens with her having like a birthday. She just turned 18, and they're having like a frat party, But then like her father and Deborah Simmons, who is played by Taja V. Simpson. Now the two of them, since they are both the parents of Tiffany, they're both in conflict about what she should do and what things, she should go and do and where she should go and so on and everything. Now, of course, the mother, she gives Tiffany a car too as well. Because at first, Tiffany thought that her father, Brian, she thought that he had got her a car, but he didn't. But it turns out that her mother actually did, And of course, her mother is with another guy, she's no longer with Brian Simmons, she's with this other guy, as well. Now all of this is happening on Tiffany's birthday too as well. Now at one point, being that Halloween is coming up, Tiffany decides to go to this Halloween party, which is located at this park known as Camp Derrick. And supposedly this park is haunted. Like supposedly people were killed there like a long time ago, and everybody thinks the park is haunted, So of course, Tiffany wants to go to this park, but at the same time, Brian Simmons, Brian, he doesn't want her to go to this park at all. But the mother is actually okay, Deborah herself, she's actually okay with Tiffany going to the park, but of course Brian's against it, And even like I think Madea and so on, who is again played by Tyler Perry, all of them are against this too as well. They don't think that Tiffany should go to this park, which is supposedly like hunting and stuff, But of course they agree to let her. Now once Tiffany does go to Camp Derrick with like her friends, of course things start to happen, apparently like killers start showing up like chainsaws. Now while all of that is happening, you have Madea, you have Uncle Joe, and you have Aunt Bam and Hattie Mae Love, all of them, they actually have to join up together, and they decide to go after Tiffany, to see what's going on with her at Camp Derrick. They're curious about what's going on. Now of course they're kind of against it, but it's Madea who actually wants to drive and see what's going on with them and make sure that Tiffany is okay, And of course once they get there, they see all these different, these various different, like I guess you could say people with like chainsaws, you see people coming out the water and stuff with masses, all this stuff. It is like funny and hilarious, but it still doesn't really take off like it could, Now overall, I thought this film it was okay, I think I liked the first one a little better, if I can remember correctly. I think I did enjoy that one a little better than this one. But this one was okay. Now, with anything, when it's really good, when it does take off, it's when you have the characters of Madea and Hattie and Aunt Bam and Uncle Joe, when all of them on the screen together, the chemistry with them is funny and superb. And it's you don't want to look at anything but just Madea and these characters, At those moments, the film is very funny, But you have occasional other moments too, or other characters that kind of stand out too as well. But it's really just those characters, those four characters, and of course, two of them is played by Tyler Perry, himself, He plays Uncle Joe, and he plays Madea as well, Now I do think that Diamond White as Tiffany Simmons, she's an attractive actress, and I think she kind of stood out. She does play the typical daughter, that it kind of stood out to a certain extent, And another standout I think was Yusuf Erakat as Jonathan. I thought he kind of stood out, kind of stole the show to a certain extent too as well, He kind of stood out. But other than that, I thought this film was just okay, I feel like it was too long too as well, I feel like it was just too long, I think, from my opinion, that this could have been a shorter film, but it still was okay, But in the end, Boo 2 of Madea Halloween, I'm aiming at giving this just a C. And I guess I would recommend it for fans of the first one, the first Boo film, or if you're just a fan of the Tyler Perry Madea movies, I would recommend it for that crowd. But I'm giving Boo 2 of Madea Halloween, and I'm giving this a C. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.